Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is okay. How is everyone? All done? All good? Okay. Chalo, done hai. Very good morning. So let's get started. Today in the class, we will be first going through two instruments basically that we have to study that we were not required to study for our GMAINs kind of thing. So here I will be just taking you through those two things first. And after that, we will be solving questions. And in the end, I have kept two questions of wave optics that we missed out in the yesterday's class. Done. So yes, let's get started without wasting any further time. So the very first thing that I'm going to discuss is your 1 year caliper. Again, discussion means it will be kind of very much concise, but at the same time, it will be helpful enough to help you with the problem solving. Done. So here on the screen, you can see this is a 1 year caliper. It used to be made of two scales. One is your main scale and another is your what? Vernier scale, right? So this one is your what? This one is your main scale. And this one is your what? Vernier scale. So question comes in two ways. Like in the question, it might be asked that which scale is just give me some seconds. Yeah, good morning. Uh, चलो ठीक है. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Just let me do one thing. Let me re-share again. Okay. Done. All set. Okay, done. So what I was discussing how you will be reading. Main scale thing. Done. So okay, just give me some more seconds. Done. So on the screen, you can see this is your vernier caliper. And as I told you, vernier caliper will have two scales. One will be your main scale and another one will be your vernier scale. Done. So these are two scales. Now, if by looking at the diagram, we have to give the reading for vernier caliper. How we will be giving the reading? So our reading will consist of two readings. One will be main scale reading plus vernier scale reading. Done. So these two readings we need to add to get the total reading. Done. So how we will read the main scale? So for reading the main scale, what you have to do is just see where the zero of vernier caliper is. Sorry, vernier scale is. So zero vernier scale, you can see it is here. Done. To the left of zero vernier scale, what is the reading of main scale? So to the left of vernier scale, reading of main scale is how much? This is 1 for sure. And this is 1. Done. This is again 1.1. And in between these two, we are not clear how much distance more it is covering. Done. So accurate reading or the reading that we can say with confirmation is how much? That is your 1.1. Done. Now for vernier scale, list count is given. List count is how much? 0.05 millimeter. Done. So this is the basically the reading that 1 unit on vernier caliper will give. It means from 0 to this line, reading will be how much? 0.05 millimeter. So vernier scale, to calculate vernier scale reading, what we will do, we will first try to see which vernier scale reading is coinciding or which vernier scale mark is coinciding with main scale mark. Done. So here you can see, just you concentrate on 6. This is 6. This will be 6.5 mark, and this will be your 7 mark. So this 6, 6.5 and 7 seems like coinciding with the main scale. So in between, which one is coinciding in the best way? If you see 6, 6.5 and this is 7. So if we look at carefully now, we will see that 6.5 is coinciding in the best way. Like, done. So 6.5 mark of the vernier scale is coinciding with main scale marking. Done. So what will be the reading of vernier scale? So reading of vernier scale used to be coinciding mark, coinciding mark into what you, again you need to be very careful while writing into what, like if the like 1 mark reading will be equal to how much? 0.5 mark reading is equal to how much? 0.05. 1 mark reading is equal to how much? If you look at the diagram carefully, 1 mark reading will be equal to 0.05 into 2. Done. And that will be equal to how much? 0.1. This is going to be equal to how much? 0.1. So this is equal to 0.1 millimeter, 1 mark. So 6.5 mark will be equal to how much? That will be equal to 6.5 into 0.1. Are you getting me why I didn't write 0.05? I included this question because generally what we used to do is coinciding mark into list count. But again, list count, you will have to look at the list count on also on the vernier scale marking scheme. So here the marking scheme is such that 1 mark won't be equal to 0.05. Here this 0.5 mark will be equal to 0.05. So 1 mark will be equal to here 0.05 into 2, that is 0.1. Done. So if 6.5 mark is coinciding with the main scale, it means how much reading it will be giving? 6.5 into zero point 0.1. So this will be equal to how much? Uh, something how much? This will be equal to your 0.65 millimeter. Again, be careful with the units. Here 1.1 is what? This is main scale is centimeter scale. Na? So 1.1 is in which unit? It is in centimeter. So total reading will be how much? 1.1 centimeter plus 0.65 millimeter. Done. So if we are going to write the total reading in terms of centimeter, how we will be writing? This is equal to 1.1 centimeter plus 0.65 millimeter. Now 0.65 millimeter can be written in terms of centimeter as what? It can be written as 0.065 centimeter. 1.1 centimeter plus 0.065 centimeter. Done. So it will be equal to how much? 1.165 centimeter. Done. So how you have to take the reading? I told you reading. First read the main scale. How you will read the main scale? Look at the left of 0 of vernier scale. Whatever reading main scale is giving, that you write here with proper unit. Then see which is mark of the vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. If you have got that mark, write that mark and that into what? List count. If list count is given as not given as like this. If list count is given as ki one unit is one mark is equal to this much, then into list count. Otherwise, look at the diagram carefully and put values accordingly. Done. So this is done in this way. Now try reading this vernier caliper reading. Okay. So give me the value. What value you will be getting here? Just let me know what value you are going to get here. Main scale, whole main scale is not denoted here. So this is something 9. So before that, there must be somewhere 8. And between 8 and 9, there will be how many divisions? 10. Main scale, we already know the main scale is what? Centimeter scale. So on centimeter scale, you know that from 0 to 1, there used to be what? 10 divisions. Now done. Okay, sorry. Yes, Jay. That is correct. Read the vernier scale wala reading also. Vernier scale reading here will be equal to how much? Main scale reading will be equal to how much? You can see here, if there somewhere there is 8, so between 8 and 9, there will be how many divisions? There will be 10 divisions. Done. So this is 9th division, this is 8th division. Done. This is 9th division, this is 8th, this is 7th, and this is 6th division. So before 0 of vernier scale, how much main scale reading it is giving? Yes, Kishore, correct. So how much reading? Main scale reading you will be writing as how much? 8.6 centimeters, right? Now look at which division of vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. So this is 0. This will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like that. Then, and list count is given as 0.1 millimeter. It means this separation is equal to 0.1 millimeter. And here second division is coinciding with the main scale. Done. So what will be your vernier scale reading? Vernier scale reading coinciding division 2 into list count. Here we will be writing directly 0.1. Done. So how much it will be? 0.2 millimeter. So if you're going to add them in term of centimeter, how much it will be? Total reading. Total reading will be equal to 8.62 centimeter. Done. So this is going to be our reading. Done. So this is our reading. Chalo, done. So now let's next move on to that is again I want to talk about positive zero error or negative zero error in terms or I can say zero error I'm going to talk about. So what do we mean by zero error in terms of vernier caliper? So this is your vernier caliper done. So what is happening if nothing is between the jaws of vernier caliper, then its reading should be what? Its reading should be zero. It means zero of main scale should coincide with the zero vernier scale. Done. But what happens in our instrument, there used to be some error, and that error is like suppose here in the diagram you can see zero of main scale is this, right? Zero of main scale is this, and zero of vernier scale, if you see, it is somewhere here. Done. So zero of main scale and zero of vernier scale are not coinciding. Done. Even if there is no object in between jaws of the instrument, it means we are not measuring anything. Still, their zeros are not coinciding. It means still it is giving some reading. Done. So if zero vernier scale is to the right of zero of main scale, it means it is towards this direction, the way it is denoted here. Then it is called positive zero error. Positive zero error means there is no object in between, still it is giving some measurement. Done. So suppose here zero of vernier scale is not coinciding with main scale, and its second or third division of vernier scale is coinciding with main scale. Then reading will be what? Obviously main scale reading is zero, but vernier scale will read something. Suppose its nth division is coinciding, then n into least count. So even if there is no object, it is giving a certain reading, that is n into least count. Done. So there is a positive error in this. Done. And while taking measurement for such instrument, we will do the correction. How we will do the correction? Total reading we used to write like what? We used to write like main scale reading plus vernier scale reading. So we are going to minus the error. Done. We are going to minus the error. Done. So if there is a positive error will be written as positive. If there is a negative error will be written as negative. That we will see later. Done. So error we will be calculating, we will be doing ahead in our things also, but I'm just giving you the clarity of these things. So here you can see now what is happening. This is the zero of main scale, and this is the vernier scale zero. So it is lying to the left of main scale. Done. If this is the case, then we will say that instrument have negative zero error. So this is the case of negative zero error. It means what will happen if we are going to include this negative zero error in our calculation for the correction, then total reading will be written as what? Main scale reading plus vernier scale reading minus negative error. And negative error is written as what? Negative. Done. So whatever value you will be getting for negative error, that you will write as negative. Done. So overall it will get added, and positive error will overall get subtracted. Done. So that's the thing. Here in the diagram, I have shown you no zero error means zero of main scale will coincide with the zero of vernier scale if no object is there between the jaws of vernier caliper. Done. Positive zero error means it will be to the zero vernier scale will be to the right of zero main scale. So here you can see in the diagram which one is coinciding here. In the second diagram, let me know which mark of vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. Like there is no object kept in between the jaws of vernier caliper, and then vernier caliper is looking something like this. Done. So this is the case of positive zero error because zero of the vernier caliper is to the right of main scale. Now, if we have to calculate the value of positive error, so positive error value, how we will be calculating? So we will be calculating by looking at the diagram. So see here which mark is coinciding with the main scale, which mark of vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. Here you can see now third one is coinciding, right? So positive error value will be how much? 3 into least count. Done. So that is going to happen. Here you see no zero error case, and negative zero error means zero vernier scale is to the left of zero main scale. Now if here you have to calculate the negative zero error, then what will be its value? Which mark is coinciding? Let me
Yes.
know. 8, 1, 8th now. So what you will be writing? It will be written as minus 8 into list count. And so this will be your negative 0 error. So in the final reading, what you will be doing? You will be subtracting this value. And in case of positive error, in final calculation, you will be subtracting this value. Okay? So that you have to do. Now, second instrument that you have to read is a screw gauge. A screw gauge will look like what? It will look something like this. So here also we have two scales. One is your linear scale, that is your main scale basically, and this is your linear scale. Another is your circular scale, that is this one. Okay, so this is your circular scale. Two scales we are having. This is called a screw and this is called stud. So if a screw and a stud are touching each other, it means there is no object in between. Done. So if they are touching each other and no object is in between and our instrument is perfect, means no instrumental error is there, it means 0 of main scale will lie here and 0 of circular scale will also be here. Done. So that is 0 error wala case. Done. Now, how we take the reading of a screw gauge? So again, here the total reading will be sum of two reading, main scale reading plus what is that called? That is your circular scale reading. So main scale reading, how we will be taking? Again, we will see on this main scale. This main scale is reading up to what? Simple. We have to look at the main scale and just give the reading. So in the question, we will see that. So main scale reading, how you will be giving? By just looking at the scale, nothing else. Now, how we will be calculating the circular scale reading? So for that, we will see which mark of circular scale is coinciding with the line of main scale. So in the line of main scale, which mark of circular scale is lying? Suppose nth mark is lying along the line of linear scale. So what will be the reading? N into least count of circular scale. So what will be the least count of circular scale? So least count of circular scale is written as pitch by total number of division. Now what is this pitch? So I'm telling you this is a circular scale. So this scale is something circular like this. It has certain number of markings. Done. So suppose it has total m number of marking. Done. How many divisions are there on the circular scale? M divisions are there. This is, and suppose between two divisions, the value is measurement values x unit, suppose. So pitch is given as what? Pitch is given as x by number of divisions. So list count is what? Pitch is what? Pitch is simply the distance between two divisions on circular scale. That will give you what? Pitch. Done. So that is your pitch divided by number of division on circular scale. Done. So that is going to give you the pitch. Okay, that I told wrong actually. Sorry. Oh my god. Let me talk about pitch actually. So I told you now list count is equal to what? Pitch by number of division. So number of division on the circular scale, the one I told you right now. And what is the pitch? Pitch meaning if circular scale is completing one rotation, suppose it has completed one rotation. So in that one rotation, how much it is moving on the linear scale? Done. So in one rotation of in full one rotation of circular scale, how much reading it will give on the main scale? Then that is your pitch. Simple. So pitch generally, or in fact, it is equal to what? It is equal to the least count of your main scale. If you look at carefully, like if circular scale is rotating once, then it will traverse how much distance on the main scale? It will traverse least count distance on the main scale. Means if main scale, centimeter scale I am taking, then here the least count used to be how much? 1 millimeter. So pitch of the, if least count of main scale is 1 millimeter, pitch of the circular scale will be how much? 1 millimeter. So 1 millimeter divided by number of division will give you what? List count. So this is your list count. Done. Now n into list count you will be doing. Done. So here you can see, just give me the reading of this scale. How much reading you will be getting here? Let me tell you. So here you can see how much main scale is reading. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Done. So 2 unit, this is 2 unit. And if it is in millimeter, then we will be writing 2 millimeter. Done. Clear? Plus circular scale reading you will be giving. So which mark on the circular scale is coinciding with the line of main scale? 25. So 25 into list count. So whatever list count will be given, accordingly you will be putting here and getting the answer. So this is done. Now again, zero error case comes here. So if there is no zero error in the instrument, it means if nothing is kept between the jaws of, again, if nothing is kept between these two, screw and stud, yani ki if a screw is touching a stud, in that case, what should happen? Zero of main scale should coincide with zero of main scale should look something like this. Done. And what if the instrument is looking something like this? Means zero of main scale is not coinciding with zero of circular scale. Zero of circular scale is somewhat downward. So in that case, we will see it is positive zero error. And if it is up, then it is said what? Negative zero. Done. So this thing you need to remember actually. And for negative zero error, there is a one statement always used, that is, if suppose in the question it is seen that it is given that if when there is no object between a screw and a stud, then zero of circular scale is barely visible. Then, so in case of negative zero error, you can see that zero is lying somewhere upward to the zero of main scale. Done. So it has high chance of getting hidden somewhere beneath here. Done. So what happened in case of negative zero error? Zero of circular scale will be barely visible, hardly visible. Then again, this is more easy to demonstrate in the laboratory. Here in the diagram, only I can give you the information that if line is used like zero of circular scale is barely visible, it means what sort of error it is having? Negative zero error, not positive. Okay? That point only you have to keep in your head. Now, again, why that is there here? It should not have been here. Okay, done. It's already done actually, but you can try doing this question. Do it once more. I'm giving you some 2 minutes of time. Read the, see the diagram carefully and also read the question carefully and do it. हो गया सबका? Are you people done with the reading? Circular scale of a screw gauge has 50 division, right? And pitch is given, that is 0.5 millimeter. Find the diameter of a sphere. Main scale reading given is 2 millimeter. Done. That is also given. Let me know the answer first. What answers you're getting here?
Ma'am, what's the circular scale reading?
That you need to write now. Circular scale reading will be what? You can see here 25th division of circular scale is coinciding with main scale 9. Diagram is visible or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So main scale reading is given now 2 millimeter. What will be circular scale reading? Circular scale reading निकालने के लिए what you will do? You will see which mark of circular scale is coinciding with main scale line. Which mark is coinciding? 25. So reading, main scale reading is already given now. That is your 2 millimeter. What will be circular scale reading? So circular scale reading will be equal to how much? 25. This is coinciding into list count. And list count can be written as what I have given you. That can be equal to what? Pitch divided by number of divisions on circular scale. So pitch is given here 0.5 divided by 50. So how much value you are going to get for SCR, circular scale reading? That is 0.25 millimeter. So total reading will be how much? Main scale reading plus circular scale reading. So that will be equal to 2 millimeter plus 0.25 millimeter. That is 2.25 millimeter. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. चलो next question करो सभी लोग. Again this question is from different thing, like you have to calculate the percentage error. Ahead we will be doing more question from vernier calipers and screw case. Done? So take your 3 minutes of time here and do it. हो रहा है सबका? Just first write how much time actually it will take for the sound of stone to get heard to the person standing outside of the well, obviously. First, just apply the basic kinematics that you need to, and after that, go on to calculating the error. nahi, actually, it's not the value. You must be going somewhere wrong, but I can't see your copy now, so I can tell, but recheck once. Acha, V equal to, that I need to calculate, Narisha. V is what? Okay. Let's see now. Just देखो, what we needed to do here actually. There is a well done, and we are dropping what? We are dropping a stone inside the well. So suppose कर लो कि water is up to this level. Done. So what is the depth of well? It is this. Done. This is the depth of well, and what we are doing, we are dropping a stone here. Done. So it will take certain amount of time, T1 suppose, to fall here. So in T1 time, suppose it has fallen into the well, and the moment it will touch water, that a splashing sound will be generated, and that sound will again travel back to the observer. Means again this sound will travel up to this, suppose in T2 time. So total time taken by person to listen to the sound of a splashing is how much? T equal to T1 plus T2. This is right. So how we are going to calculate the time here? So T1 will be written as what? How much time will it take? So we are dropping the stone. Again, if we drop something, it means what? It means we are leaving it with zero velocity initially. So initial velocity of the stone is how much? 0. And it is covering how much distance? Length, depth is given. That is how much? 20 meter. Done. So S is your given. That is 20 meter. Acceleration due to gravity will be g, and if you are taking downward direction as negative, then both displacement and acceleration due to gravity, both displacement and acceleration will be what? Negative. Now let's calculate the time. Which equation of motion we should be using? S equal to ut plus half at square. Done. So S equal to ut, u is 0, so here I will be writing half at square, and T will be equal to, yani ki T1 will be equal to how much? 2S by A. This much. So T1 is equal to 2S. S value is how much? 20 by A. A is how much? Acceleration due to gravity, 10. So this is the time T1. Done. And now what will be the time T2? T2 can be written as what? T2 is simply time taken by sound to reach up to that height. So that will be equal to distance, that is 20 meter, divided by speed of sound. That is how much? 300. So this is T1 plus T2. Now we need to go for the calculation. Everything calculation is correct now. 2S by A I have written. So 2 into 20 by 10. This is this much, right? So how much value we are going to get? We will be getting something here, right? And this is the time actually what we needed to do actually. There is error now. So we need to write this in the term of formula first. I have written the absolute values actually. So T can be written as how much? If in the term of formula you are going to write. So this will be 2L by G root under. Done. Plus how much you will be writing? Again L by velocity of sound. Then there is error in calculation of time. There is error in calculation of what? L. Then there is no error in calculation of G. Its absolute value is 10 meter per second square. And again, velocity of sound also, no error is getting talked about in the question. So also its value we will be taking as absolute. That is 300 meter per second. But L has error, T has error and all. So what we will be taking here, now take the error in both sides. So what we will be doing? Partial differentiation. So here delta T will be equal to 2 by G, that is constant, right? There is no error in G. So I'm considering 2 by G as root under 2 by G as constant. Root under L will have error, right? So I'm going to do the partial differentiation of root under L. How to do the partial differentiation? So d root under L by dl into dl. This thing you will be doing. So what will be the differentiation of root under L? That will be equal to your half. That will be equal to how much? Half root under L and into delta L. You are going to write here delta L. What will be the partial differentiation of L? That will be equal to delta L by V. So actually in this question, getting this expression was important. This is your delta T. Done. Now the relative error, percentage error is given in this question, like delta T value is 0.01. And what else is given? Percentage measurement in delta L by L we need to calculate. So what we are going to do now, just delta T 0.01 given है. चलो एक काम करते हैं. Now, can you calculate this or I need to do? Chalo, let me do. So one thing that we can do here is, let's write it delta t by t, we can write t value is given here or not. Okay, that is your delta t is 0.01 second. So that delta t is given now. Directly we can calculate here delta L value. Then we don't need to go for this also. So what we can do here, we can simply calculate the values now and calculate the value of delta L. So that you can do. Chalo, delta t ka value is how much? That is your 0.01 equal to how much it will be? 2 by root under 2 by g, that is this, into how much you will be writing? 1 by 2 root under how much it is? 20 into delta L, and plus what you will be writing? Delta L by V. V is how much? V given is 300. So what value we are going to get here? Just see here, 2 will get cancelled, and this is root 10, this is root 10, so that will become 10. Done. So this will become 1 by 20. So chalo, let's write now. So 1 by 20 plus what we are going to write here, there was a delta L, and here also delta L by velocity 300. And this was equal to how much? Delta T. And delta T is how much? 0.01. So this is 0.01. From here you can calculate what? From here you can calculate delta L. So we needed to calculate what? Delta L by L into 100. L value is given 20. So that we can easily calculate now. If still you want me to do, so this will become by 100. So this is 200, 10 se multiply kar do. If you're going to write this, now this will come as what? So multiply this by further 3 and this by 2. So this 32 by 600. So 1 by 100 equal to 32 by 600 into delta L. So this will become, delta L will become how much? 6 by 32. So this is 6 by 32. 6 by 32 into 20 into 100. So this will become 30 by 32. So 30 by 32% means it will be close to 1%, right? 30 by 32 if you divide, because 32 by 32 will be 1 now. So 30 by 32 will be close to what? It won't be close to 5% or 0.2% or 3%. It will be close to 1%. So the answer will be what? 1%. Done. Now do this question. This is easier. You won't need much calculation here. Read the question carefully and do it. So I'm giving you some 2.5 minutes for this page. Okay. Yes, Risa, 0.9375. So it will be 0.9%, right? So 0.9% is close to which value here? 1%, no? 0.9% is close to 1%. So answer will be 1%. Okay? Chalo. Do this question fast.
Ma'am, C.
Okay, done. Thank you. Everyone got it? Both of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done. So I need to explain it or
मैम इतना आसान भी क्वेश्चन आता है एडवांस
for
में
others also. हाँ देखो लिखा हुआ है 2018 advance है ना, that is why I included. So it's very easy, है ना? Done. So here what is happening? Question dimension is written as E. Therefore, dimension of electric and magnetic quantities are related as what? Are written as, means dimension of electric field here is written as this, and dimension of magnetic field is written here as B. So we have to, and dimension of length is L, dimension of time is written as T. So we have to tell the relation between E, B, L and T. So how we will be doing that? Simply relate E and B in a simple way. So if you remember, E and B can be related as what? can be related as what? Batao. How you did it? Two of you.
Ma'am, E by B is equals to may V.
Electric field by magnetic field used to be equal to what?
Velocity of
Electric field by
wave.
magnetic field, if you remember the formula chapter, that is equal to speed of light, right? Done. So that is equal to speed of light. So modulus of electric field, that is E, by modulus of magnetic field, that is B, will be equal to modulus of, sorry, not modulus, yeah, dimension of electric field by dimension of magnetic field will be equal to dimension of speed. And dimension of speed is equal to how much? LT minus 1. So E by B is equal to LT minus 1. So E equal to B, LT minus 1. Done. Correct. Chalo, next question on the same basis, relation between epsilon naught and mu naught. There was 2 questions tagged in this question. So again, this is very easy. I'm giving you 1 minute. Do it fast. So remembering formula is also very much important.
Ma'am, D.
Yes, yes, correct. So again, speed of light can be written as what? 1 by epsilon naught mu naught. Done. So here, epsilon naught mu naught can be written as 1 by c square. So dimension of epsilon naught was given as this. Dimension of mu naught was given as this. Dimension of a speed used to be what? LT minus 1, this ka square. It means L minus 2, T2. So what will be the answer? Answer will be your D. Done? So very good. Chalo. Now read this question carefully and try doing it. Take 3.5 minutes of time I'm giving. Read question carefully. After reading, question is done. No much things you need to do. But reading should be very careful for this portion. Do it now. Sure. So, okay. Dekho, actually what the question is, let me explain the question then. There is a steel wire of diameter 0.5 millimeter, and actually by reading the question you will get to know that we are trying to use the SEARS experiment wala setup. So I will suggest you one thing, like in advanced questions you will generally get those experimental portions. Like which experimental portion? You should read all those things, like SEARS method to find out the Young's modulus, again to calculate, for calculating focal length, UV wala experiment, U and V experiment. Done. And another one is your what? That is calculation of a specific heat using calorimeter and all. And one more thing is verification of Ohm's law using ammeter and voltmeter. So all these experimental things now you should study. Or if you don't have the list of all those things, which one to study, you can simply Google syllabus of physics advanced 2023. You will get the list of all those experiment things done under general physics. So you should be aware of what setup look like. That is very important because that will help you to understand the question. Then, so in this question also, what is happening? A steel wire hai, its diameter is 0.5 millimeter, and Young's modulus is this one. This carries a load of mass m. So suppose Karlo, this is the wire I'm drawing, and it will have certain diameter, and it is carrying a load of mass m. So because of this load, it must have got extended by certain length. Done. And if that length is considered, then the length of wire is given as how much? 1 meter. That is given in the question. Now, the length of wire load is, a vernier scale with 10 division is attached to the end of this wire. And to the end of this wire, a vernier scale is attached. Done? Clear. Now, next to the steel wire is a reference wire. Because in Searle's experiment, if you remember, there used to be two wires. One is your reference wire, another is your experimental wire. Done? And actually, it used to look like this. One is your reference wire and another is your experimental wire. So to experimental wire, we attach the load and we keep on attaching the load. Done. And to the reference wire, we attach actually main scale. And through this main scale is attached one vernier scale that is touching your experimental wire. Done. So what happens actually when we add the extra load, experimental wire length will increase, and that increase in length reading will be given by your vernier scale, because delta L will be very small now. So vernier scale will only cover the measurement. Done. So here the same thing is happening. Next to the steel wire is a reference wire to which a main scale of least count 1 millimeter is attached. So here there is a reference, let me draw it like this. So there is a reference wire here, and to that is attached a main scale, something like this. Okay, and its least count is given 1 millimeter. Done. The 10 division of vernier scale correspond to 9 division of main scale. Again, I forgot to tell you, but least count of vernier scale can be calculated by looking at the diagram. We can calculate, but otherwise least count of vernier scale, vernier caliper is written as main scale division minus vernier scale division. This is the formula. Done. So here what is given? 10 division of vernier scale correspond to 9 division of main scale. Done. So we can calculate from here ki one VSD will be equal to how much MSD, main scale division. From there, we can calculate the least count. Now, initially the 0 of vernier scale coincide with 0 of main scale. Initially, both are coinciding. Now, what is happening? If the load on the steel wire is increased, we are adding more load to it. So if we are adding more load to it, experimental wire will go down by certain length, delta L, and that measurement will get done by what vernier scale here. Because initially, before adding this extra load, vernier scale 0 is coinciding with main scale 0. But after this much extension of length, vernier scale 0 will not coincide with main scale 0. Vernier scale, some other mark will coincide with main scale mark or main scale. Done. Suppose after extension, nth mark of vernier scale is coinciding with main scale. So how by what length it is getting extended? N into least count of vernier scale, right? So if load on the steel wire is increased by 1.2 kg, vernier scale division which coincide with main scale division is. So simply what you can do, you can calculate delta L, and whatever value of delta L you are getting, from there you can tell which division of vernier scale is coinciding with main scale. Done. Is question clear? So, is question clear or is there any glitch?
Yes, ma'am.
Question is clear. Done. So, how to approach this question? Agar socho ki you were quite accustomed with this setup, then what you would have done? You would have simply drawn a diagram like this. Ki initially M is attached, vernier scale is there, and then there is a reference wire, main scale is there, Then initially 0, 0 is coinciding. More mass we are adding, it will get extended by delta L, and that delta L reading will get captured by my vernier scale. So I have to calculate simple delta L. So chalo, let's calculate the delta L. How we will do that? So we know the formula, force per unit area is equal to how much? Young's modulus into delta L by L. Done. So when 0, 0 mark was coinciding, at that point of time, what was the length of this wire? 1 meter. Done. So L value we will be writing as 1 meter. Young's modulus is given 2 into 10 to the power 11 into delta L. Now F value you try to write. So how much extra load we were adding? 1.2 kg. So this 1.2 kg will apply how much force on the wire? If you see, if to a wire you are adding extra 1.2 kg mass, done. So how much force it will act on the wire? Equal to its weight now. So how much value of weight of 1.2 kg will be? That is 12 Newton. 12 by area is how much? Area will be, diameter is given 0.5. So pi into 0.5 by 2 ka square. Yani ki 4 here I am writing this square, and this was in millimeter. So this will become how much? 10 to the power minus 6. And this is equal to 2 into 10 by 1 into delta L. Now what will be the value of delta L from here? We need to write it now. So what we are going to do? Just calculate it now. How much it will
मैम
be coming?
0.5/2 होना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि वो तो डायमीटर है.
हाँ, 0.5 by 2 only I have done. I have taken 2 का square 4 on the top.
ओके ओके, मैंने 4 नहीं देखा था ऊपर ना, इसलिए.
हाँ, okay, done. So let me do it here now. More space is there. So force was how much? 12 Newton. Area was how much? Okay, Rishabh, why not M plus that? Yes, I'm not taking M plus that because you just see vernier scale is going to capture reading of what? Vernier scale is going to capture the reading of extra length extended because of 1.2 gram or 1.2 kg mass. Done. M mass was added initially and the total length was 1, and then vernier scale 0 was coinciding with main scale 0. So extra reading that vernier scale will take will be because of extension happening due to addition of 1.2 kg mass. Done. You got it now? Chalo, take it. So force value was 12 and pi is pi we can take as what? Pi we can take as 3.2 into d ka square. D ka square was how much? 5 into 10 to the power minus 25. 0.5 ka square, 25 into 10 to the power minus 2. Minus 6 were already there. So minus 8 I'm writing. And this will 4 and equal to how much? How much was that? Sorry. That will be equal to 2 into 10 ka power 11 divided by 1. So this is 2 into 10 to the power 11 divided by 1 into delta L. So what value we are going to get? Again, remove this point, write it as 10. So 4, 8 times, 2, 4, 3, 4 times. And this 25 into 2 will become how much? 50. So 30 by 50. Now bring this 2 downward. 2 will be equal to 10 to the power 11 into 10 to the power minus 8 delta L. 15 to 2 will become 100. So 30 by 100, 3 by 10, that is 0.3 into, if this 10 I'm going to take here, then this will become this, equal to delta L. So delta L reading is how much? 0.3 millimeter. So vernier scale reading is how much? 0.3 millimeter. Now vernier scale reading will be equal to what? Coinciding mark into list count. So calculate the list count now. So what will be the list count here? 10, which one? 10 division of vernier scale correspond to 9 division. So 10 VSD was equal to 9 MSD. So 1 VSD will be equal to how much? 9 by 10 MSD. And list count used to be what? MSD minus VSD. So write list count MSD minus VSD. VSD is equal to 9 by 10 MSD. Now this will be equal to how much? 1 by 10 main scale division. So main scale division is given as how much? 1 millimeter. Done. So MSD means list count of main scale division. Done. So this is equal to 0.1 millimeter. So reading will be what? N into 0.1 millimeter. And that is coming equal to how much? 0.3 millimeter. It means N is equal to how much? N is equal to how much? So this was the answer. This will be your answer. Okay. Now do this. Yes. Get on to this question fast. I'm giving you again only 2 minutes because that will serve your purpose. First, read the question carefully. We have done such kind of question yesterday also. I told you if error is, if quantity is not given in the power term only, if there is something different, sign or log or sign or exponential or something kind of that, then we can take the help of log. Okay? So do that here also.
मैम EXP क्या है?
That is your exponential function. Energy is written as here a square e ka power minus alpha t. Done. Done it. Energy of the system is given, like error measurement A error is given 1.25%. Measurement error in the measurement of time is also given. Percentage error in value of thing you have to calculate at this time. Done. Okay. Result, not with energy, neither with time actually. So let's see here where you're getting a stuck actually. Just see, energy is written as what? Energy is written as what? A square e ka power minus alpha t. Done. So what we have to do here is, yes, after taking log, you don't need to differentiate. You need to do the partial differentiation. For error, we do what? We do partial differentiation. Means, just let me explain from here only. So here, if you're taking the log on the both sides, what you will be getting? Log e is equal to log a square e ka power minus alpha t. Done. So this will be equal to how much? 2 log a plus minus alpha t. Then this value you must be getting now. So log e you have got as what? 2 log a minus alpha t. Now, how to calculate the error? So we have to actually look at now carefully. We have to calculate error in this. Means we have got a equation, and that is equal to log E equal to 2 log A minus alpha t. Done. So if we have to calculate the error in E, it means this error will be equal to error in this quantity plus error in this quantity. Again, in the previous section, we did a mistake actually. Someone said that the negative, if you remember the question that I have put of error in wave optics, there we were getting some negative term and then the error was there. So error, we always take the absolute value now. So negative will be term, negative will be simply missed out here, and we will be taking the modulus. Done. Just see here, log E is equal to 2 log A minus alpha t. So error in energy, if we are going to calculate, then we will be taking into account error of two things, that is error in 2 log A plus error in alpha t. That thing we are going to do. So what if we will be doing partial differentiation of first term, that is on of LHS I must take. So in the LHS variable is what? E. So with respect to E, we will be differentiating. So that will become equal to how much? 1 by E delta E, partial differentiation. Now see the second term here on, first term on the RHS. So 2 is constant, no error, log A. So here what we will be writing again, this will be taken as what? 2 into, again, log A ka error. For calculating log A ka error, we will be differentiating it, partially differentiating it with respect to variable A only. Done. So 1 by A, it will be delta A. Done. And error in, error can be written as plus minus. So error of this plus minus, plus minus. So error of this term, alpha is again here what? Alpha is a constant now, that its absolute value is given. So right here alpha, partial differentiation of t can be written as what? Delta t. So this thing we will be getting. Now, if you are going to do key, yes, there is a minus sign and partially differentiating, then you will be getting delta E by E equal to 2 delta A by A minus alpha delta t. Again, that minus sign we don't have to take. Why? Because error in E will be equal to error because of two terms. And we will be writing the absolute values of those errors like this. Done. Now you have to simply put the values. So if you're going to put the values, what you are going to get? Delta E by E into 100. We have to calculate percentage error in energy now. So delta E by E into 100 we have to calculate. This will be equal to plus minus 2 into delta A by A into 100, and delta A by A into 100 is given as how much? 1.25%. So 2 into 1.25%, I'm taking the maximum error here, plus alpha delta t. Percentage error in time is given 1.5. So do one thing, write it like delta t by t into t. That we can do now into 100. So that will give us percentage. How much value? This is equal to 1.25. So this is equal to 2.5% plus alpha value is how much? 0.2, 2 by 10. Delta t by t into 100 is how much? That is equal to 1.5. And into time is how much? 5 seconds. So what value we are going to get? This will be 5, this 5, 1.5%. So 1.5% plus 2.5%. How much value we are going to get? 4%. So the correct answer for this question will be how much? 4%. Done. So this is the way, like while calculating error, please keep this point in mind. If negative things you are getting, error, absolute error, you have to keep on adding like this. Okay? Done. Chalo. Again, this is a question, and this is actually very much important. Chalo, let's do this question first. Take some 3 minutes of time again. And before you read this question and do this, I will take you to that screw gauge wala thing here. I missed out on this actually. I couldn't explain. So here you see the positive zero error. So positive zero error, for that what will happen? Zero mark will be downward. Done. So how much positive zero error it is giving means values how you will calculate. So you just see here, this is 1, this is 2. So second mark of circular scale is coinciding with main scale line. So here reading will be how much? 2 into list count, done, positive 0 error. Now for negative, you see here, what is happening? 46 division is coinciding, done. 46 division is coinciding here. But here the list error, negative 0 error value, you won't be writing as 46 into list count. This will get wrong. Why? Because you, while calculating 0 error, what you need to see is ki by what division 0 is upward. So 0 is upward by what division? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. By 4 division, it is upward. By 4 division, it is what? Upward. So that you need to check actually. So by what division it is upward, that into list count you will be telling as negative 0 error. So for calculating negative 0 error, if in the question it is given that 46 division is coinciding with the 0 of main scale, it doesn't mean negative 0 error value is 46 into list count. For that you will see ki, how much total division is there. Done. So let's do that through the question. I've just given you the light of this. Now read the question, you'll get the idea of. First, tell me the value of negative 0 error that you are getting. Okay. And if some difficulty you find in question, you can tell me. This correct. Chalo, very good. Chalo, now solve. Now you just need to put the values. Do it. That was the only thing that you need to be careful about. So it is happening. Any doubt?
C option is correct.
Need to be more careful. Okay, so just what values you are getting? What is the main scale reading value you're getting? Circular scale reading value you're getting? Let me know.
I just add 0.5 plus 25 into list count minus
You can
0
text
error.
me. Sorry, you can text me. That will be more helpful. Main scale reading is already given, right? So reading you will be writing as what? Main total reading will be equal to how much? Main scale reading plus circular scale reading minus here it is negative 0 error or positive 0 error. You just see the statement here, main scale, 0 of the main scale is barely visible, and that the 0 of main scale is barely visible. Again, it is what? Negative 0 error. So here what you will be writing, minus of whatever value for negative 0 error you are getting. Done? Yes, but mistake that you have done here is, so you are just subtracting it. I told you before also when you are when the error is negative zero error, its value will be written with a negative sign, and then you need to subtract it. Means negative zero error will get added to the measurement overall, and positive zero error will get subtracted out of the measurement. So the mistake that you have done here is you have simply subtracted. You have missed out the minus sign with negative zero error. Yes. So what value you are going to get? Main scale reading is how much? It is written already 0.5 millimeter. Circular scale reading will be how much? Yes, Rishabh, correct. So circular scale reading will be equal to how much? 25 into list count. What will be the list count here? 50 divided by 0. How much? 5 plus minus. How much list count? How much negative zero error you're getting? 45 division is coinciding with main scale. How many total divisions are there? 50. So 5 division up is 0 available, right? So total division is like this is 45 and total division is 50. It means beyond it is 0, right? So upward may, if we rotate the scale 5 unit downward, we will get the 0 of circular scale coinciding with main scale, right? So basically 5 unit it has got shifted up, and what we will be writing 5 into list count. Means don't get confused much. What you have to see how many total divisions are there. It is 50. Which division is coinciding? 45. So what will be the numbers that will be taking? 50 minus 45, that is your 5. 5 into list count, done. So this is 0.5 plus this will become how much? This will 50, sorry, I have taken opposite actually. 0.5 by 50 it will be. So what? 0.25 it will be, minus of direct I'm doing the plus. So 5 into again 0.01. So this is how much? 0.5 plus 0.25 plus 0.05, that is 0.3. So this is 0.8 millimeter. Done. So this way you will be solving. Chalo, theek hai. So this is one question from your whatever 2D motion you can say. This is again very easy. Read the question carefully. I'm giving you 3 minutes and do solve it. Apply the logic. Question will get very easy. So read first carefully and then try solving it. In 1D or 2D motion, I don't need to revise anything in concept. We only need to do the practice. So do it now. Done. I hope you need more time or I should discuss. If you are just in the last leg of solving it, I can give you some more seconds, but if getting stuck, I can discuss. Okay, let's see here. Airplanes A and B are flying with constant velocity, right? No, that is said in the question, Rishabh. Let me go line by line. So airplane A and B are flying with constant velocity in same vertical planes at an angle 30 and 60. That is mentioned here, right? Right. Now the speed of A is given. So right here VA, that is your 100 root 3 meter per second. At time t equal to 0, an observer in A. So observer is in A. Done. So if observer is somewhere, it means that will act as the reference frame, reference point. So if observer is in A, then what is happening? Finds B at a distance of 500 meters. So this with the observer in A, if you are sitting in A, then you are finding that B is at what separation from A? That is at separation of 500 meters. Now this observer sees B moving with a constant velocity perpendicular to the line of motion of A. So line of motion of A is what? This. And if observer is in A, then he finds or she finds that B is moving perpendicular to it. Done. So observer in A finds B moving towards this line. This is relative concept, right? Velocity of B with respect to A is in which direction? Is in across the line BA, which is perpendicular to the line of motion of A. So this is given in the question. Now, Rishabh, you were having doubt how it will move perpendicularly. So if observer is here, done, and I am taking this as the origin because I'm taking up wherever the observer is, that we can take as the reference frame. Done. So my reference frame is airplane A, and this is the origin. This I'm taking as x-axis, and this I'm taking as y-axis. So this person, and also one more important thing I want to say here is that when you talk about velocity of B with respect to A, it means what? What is the physical significance of it? Physical significance of it is that we are assuming A at rest, and then we are seeing what will be the velocity of B. That is the physical significance of VBA. So if A is assumed in rest, then B seems like moving in this direction. Done. But A actually is not in rest now, it is moving in this direction. It means if B seems like moving in this direction with respect to A, it means whatever velocity of A is in this direction, same velocity is of B in this direction. Suppose you two persons are sitting in a train is moving forward. So you are also going forward with the speed of train. That person is also going forward with the speed of train. And if you look at each other, then you will realize that you both are in what? Rest there. Done. So if A is moving in this direction and A is finding that B is not moving at all in this direction, it means velocity of A in this direction and velocity of B in this direction, both are what? Equal. It must be equal, right? So by logic, we can simply say this thing is going to be equal. Now let's see here. VA is in this direction. VB was making with horizontal how much angle? 60 degree. So I am just writing here, this is VB suppose. So this angle is how much? 60. This angle will be how much? 30. So along the line of VA, how much angle VB is making? 30 degree. So VA will be equal to how much? VB cos 30. Agree? This is going to be equal because both are going to have same velocity in the x direction. That is why to A, B appears to move in the y direction only. Done. So VA value is given 100 root 3 VB is equal to how much? Don't know. Cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. So VB will be equal to 200 meter per second. Now the question is solved. So question kya hai? This observer sees B moving with constant velocity perpendicular to the line of motion of A. If at t equal to t naught, A just escapes being hit by B. It means in this time, t naught time, B will have covered this 500 meter of distance. Done. So how much time it will take to cover this 500 meter? This distance must be along this perpendicular line, no? Because with respect to A, B is only moving in this direction. So velocity of B along this direction you try to calculate now. So velocity of B along this direction is how much? That is 200. VB we have got as 200 meter per second. And this line is, this Y is perpendicular to this line. No? So draw a perpendicular on this line. Something like this. So this angle, this is what? This is 90 degree, right? And this angle is your 30 degrees. So this will become how much? 60 degree. This will become how much? 60 degree. So velocity of B along y-axis will be how much? VB cos 60. So time taken will be equal to how much? 500 distance by VB cos 60. And that is equal to 500 by 200 into 1 by 2. That is equal to 5 seconds. Is it clear? Did you understand or not? Any doubt if you're having, let me know. You know, in mechanics, what we need to do, we need to crack the logic actually. We need to read the question carefully and we need to see what is happening. It used to be actually very easy. If somehow we are going to catch the nerve of question, we are going to crack it. Any doubt if anyone is having, let me know. No? Chalo, done hai. Five by root 7. How are you getting that? So it will be 5 by 500. Sorry, it will be only 5. How are you getting that? Pythagoras. I couldn't see your copy, what logic you have applied actually, but correct answer will be your 5 second only. Okay. What the doubt is actually, I don't know which method you have applied, but what thing I did was, according to question, it is given that if observer is at A, means if A is taken as the origin at rest, then what is visible? Then B seems like moving perpendicular to A. So line of motion of B with respect to A is this. Done. B is not at all moving in any other direction rather than this, according to observer in A. Done. So if it is only moving in this direction, it means A, here the reference frame is also not in rest. It is moving in this direction with certain velocity. So this body B should also have the same velocity in this direction. Why I'm saying that? Because relative velocity of A with respect to B in this direction will become what? 0. And then that is why only A is seeing that B is moving in this direction. You know? If B had some velocity in this direction with respect to A, velocity of B with respect to A would have somewhere been here, right? But it is said that it is moving perpendicular to the line of motion of A. It means along the line of motion of A, both A and B have same velocity. And from there, I cracked the question, like I wrote along this line, velocity of A is how much? That is given your 100 root 3. So along this line, let's see what the velocity of B will be. So B with horizontal is making how much angle? 60 degree. This whole angle is 60 degrees. So this angle is how much? 30 degree. So VB cos 30 must be equal to VA. So that is why I wrote here VB cos 30 VA. So VB value we have got. Now the question is, in time t0, it was just to collide with A. It means actually, if you visualize the motion, what will happen? A will go in this direction, B will also go in this direction, and in same time, both will cover the same distance, because in this direction, both are having same velocity. But with time, this vertical separation will decrease, because this B body is moving vertically in this direction. Then how much distance it can cover? Total 500 meters. With what velocity? So we need to see what is the velocity of B in this direction, that is perpendicular to the line of motion of A. So that is this. What will be this angle? This whole angle is 90 degree and this angle is 30 degrees. So this will be 60. So VB cos 60 will be the velocity. So with VB cos 60, it is approaching A in this direction. Done. So that is why I wrote T0 500 by VB cos 60. Is it okay? Or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, theek hai. Done hai. So in next class, we will be doing more questions from 1D. And also in next class, first, I will let you revise some 2 questions of wave optics first in tomorrow class. Done. And after that, we will be going with some 1D or 2D, not more variations of questions are there. So you just need to be more careful about how to deal with the graph, PT, AS, BS kind of. And also you need to be careful about all those formulas of projectile motion and all. Done. So next class, we will be doing all those questions, and also I will be adding some more questions from the mechanics. Done. So till then, bye-bye, take care. And keep practicing more and more question for Rishabh. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Being a teacher is always a grateful thing that I have in my life. So I enjoy doing it. No worries. Okay, bye-bye. Take